Gene, Frederick, the man, the myth, the legend, as we like to call him, the man. Gene, you really saw this thing early on, and it was your. I mean, I won't say it's your vision that created the company, but it was your vision for how big it could be because you really got it. And Gene Frederick was regional owner of one of the Keller Williams regions, Northern California, Hawaii. You had what, 5 or 6 market centers around the country. And I remember you telling me stories around, kind of looking at this and digesting it and really getting it. And you're, kind of a bean counter by trade. So this thing just made sense to you. And we're all grateful, man. We are grateful it made sense to you, because if it wasn't for that, I don't think any of us would be here, to be honest with you. We'd be hanging out with that Black and Red company, because pretty much everybody on this, well, John, I don't think you had a stint there, but your sister did. And Gene, you came through the RE/MAX system, through the Realty Exec system. You were about everybody's system. So, what did you see? What did you get? What was the deal that really made the difference for you catching this?
Well, look, thank you, Don. What really helped me, and I hope people can ask questions if they want to or whatever, or ask me why, is I've always been agent focused. Even when I was at the other franchises, everybody thinks, well, you've been at RE/MAX, you've been at Realty Executives. I was at Keller Williams for 21 years, love the company. And the franchises run thing. I said, no, agents run this business. Don, you've been coaching them, training them, so have I. I'm an agent guy. When I saw this model 5.5 years ago, I went, agents are going to love it. And agents to me are the driving force of our industry, not the company, the agent.
Right.
So that's what I saw. I think I saw that if agents could have, and you and I've talked about this before, if agents could have stock, when I found this company almost 6 years ago, it was 18 cents a share. I just checked it. It's $41.42 a share. Now, I told Glenn Sanford, if you have stock, agents are going to love it. We've never had it. Let me be an owner. Let the agents be owners with us. I've said this numerous times. If you guys own Coca-Cola stock during the COVID, how much Pepsi you been drinking? 0. So in other words, and by the way, I just mentioned COVID. During COVID, I've had owner after owner of different franchises, different independents calling me going, guess what? They're not coming back, Gene. They've been telling me this over and over again. I just had one with 350 agents the other day in another country. Say, Gene, I've been doing this for 30 years. My agents are not coming back. They're not going to come back to bricks and mortar.
Well, and I won't, there's nothing joyful about what's going on with the pandemic. And it's been anywhere between horrifying and a pain in the tush and all of that. But man, I'll tell you, it sure has shown off for our company, because long before any of this stuff happened, we were operating at full efficiency back in January and February. And come pandemic time, how are we operating, Gene? What's been happening in our world?
I can tell you, we've had 3 straight quarters of GAAP positive profit. Right. We have zero debt nationally. And here's the thing, Don, that I'm thinking of. I don't know about you. Of course, we're on a Zoom now, or I assume we're on a Zoom or whatever we are. But I think 6 months ago, I thought Zoom is what my granddaughter did on her bike. Okay. Now I'm on Zooms all day long, right? So I guarantee you 6 months from now, everybody on this will know what Verbella is. That's the platform we've been using. We purchased it almost 2 years ago. So our platform of Verbella is going to help companies, not just real estate companies, Don, all different types of companies run their businesses virtually as avatars. It's really cool. Once you get used to it, I'm telling you, we've been using it for 5 years, my wife and I look doggone good as an avatar.
You know what? I've got the hair color that I want. I have got the weight that I want. I am looking good in avatar form, no matter what happens. Hey, we were, I think you caught part of what John and I were talking about. We had the whole conversation around stock, and then we got into rev share, and I kind of left that a little bit open because I wanted you to talk about that, because, you know, rev share has made the revenue share part of this business. I mean, ownership, you said it, ownership made a huge first difference. Glenn, let us own the company. That's what you said, right? Let us own the company. And you know, nobody's ever turned that loose. Listen, Gary Keller is a billionaire today, and Dave Lineker is a billionaire today. These people are billionaires because they own the company, right? They own the company. But let's talk about this revenue share thing, because this is, you know, I saw the phrase up on the slides. It was contribution for compensation for contribution. That literally we're building this company, and for that reason, we're being compensated. But it's not small money. This is not, you know, a free dinner. This is not, you know, small stuff, a pair of shoes. You know, talk about what's been changing in the lives of the people that you're touching, that we're touching.
Well, let me give you an example. I had a call yesterday with one of our agents who's only been with us about 2 years. And she says, Gene, I can't believe it. I'm making $5,000 a month in rev share, right at $5,000. And she has not attracted that many people. She goes, I've just got really good people and they produce, and I just can't believe I'm getting $5,000 a month. And I looked at her and I said, you're a millionaire. She goes, what? I said, do you understand that if you had $1.5 million in the bank sitting there at 4% interest, that's what you're making, $60,000 a year. She goes, I never thought of it like that. I said, you're a millionaire. She goes, I'm a millionaire. So, you know, so it was exciting to see the look on her face. She goes, I never thought of it like that. Well, guess what? That's life-changing, Don. That's life-changing for agents. We don't want agents to make their last income, they drop at the front door of their last sale. I mean, it's sad, but that's, agents are only used to making money in commissions. Now we've got stock, we've got rev share. The rev share is huge. I mean, this agent says, I never looked at it like that. I said, go back in there and tell your partner that, guess what? You're a millionaire. Scream it. How long is it going to take everybody on this call to save $1.5 million after taxes?
Until next lifetime.
Right.
Until next lifetime.
We just don't do it. We just don't do it. And we just don't sit that over there. So that's what it's doing for folks. That's a car payment, a house payment, car payment and house payment. I mean, that is literally taking the pressure off. Okay. Anvil's off the shoulder. I now feel good that it's okay. I can go ahead. It's okay. If I don't make a sale this month, everything's going to be all right. That's what we're doing for agents, Don.
It's freedom, total freedom, Gene. And you know, I just got to tell you that I have seen everything. You have too. I mean, you and I have been around the industry for a long time. And, you know, we were there in the early days of all the freaking companies. You were part of them. I was watching them. I was training them. I was part of it. And nothing like this has ever happened. When people say this is just like Keller Williams, or this is just like, it's not like anything. Mm-mm. This is unlike anything. Mm-mm. What do you see? Go ahead.
Well, I told people 5 years ago when I found this, I knew agents would like it, but I also told them, if you don't have a virtual company in 5 years, you'll be a dinosaur. If you don't have a virtual company in 10 years, you'll be out of business. And owners looked at me like I was crazy. Guess what? Just today, Don, I was with another franchise owner, one of the largest in the nations for this franchise. I can't even tell you which one it was. And they said, we're looking towards the future. They flat out looked at me and they go, we don't want to be left behind. And I said, dude, if you don't go virtual in 5 years, I don't care what brand you have.
Right.
You're going to be left. And they went, I know. And I went, well, guys, it's just taken a long time for owners to get it. Right now, owners are getting it during COVID. Probably have 2 to 3 calls a day from owners. Agents are realizing their owners are going to go virtual. They better go virtual. You're not going to go back in the office, agents. You're not going back. It isn't happening. You've been selling for 6 months with Zoom. I bought a home, as you know. I just bought a home recently. I haven't seen it. Can't wait to see it when I close on it next month, right? It's virtual. I bought it. I knew where it was. I didn't know the insides. The realtor went in, showed it to me. I went, this is kind of cool. This is neat. And I bought my last 2 homes virtually.
Yeah, it's incredible. So where's the future of EXP right now? Let's kind of close off with, what are you seeing? What's about to happen?
Well, what's really exciting is we're about ready to explode. We've hit that tipping point. You guys have read Malcolm Gladwell's The Tipping Point. You kind of hit that tipping point where all of a sudden it's just, we've been taken off, but we're now ready to take off. Why? Because now we don't have to explain what EXP is. They understand who we are. You know, we're the 3rd most productive individual company in the nation. If we were a franchise, which we're not, we don't sell franchises, we'd be the 6th largest franchise in the United States. So when I look at this, it's just going crazy. We're going to open up 5 new countries this year, right? Mexico, Portugal, France, South Africa, India, a little 1.4 billion people. India, we're opening all 5 of those by the end of this year. Where I see is next year, probably the next 4 to 5 years, we'll be adding 8 to 10 countries a year because of Michael Valdez, the head of our international growth. And
amazing guy.
And so what I see is that it's going to grow, of course, in North America, Canada, US, Mexico, North America, and Central America, but we're going to go across the world. And I'm looking at, I don't know the number, but someday our 34,000 agents that we have right now will turn into 1 million real estate agents around the world. So we're just on the beginning. We're just starting.
I was going to share that number. I didn't know if you would, because Gene sits on the board, so he's always careful with what he knows and says, and so I appreciate that. But that's my prediction. I believe we will every bit be a million agents in this country, in this company worldwide. And I think we're going to be the biggest company in the U.S. by far, like bigger than anything has ever been. And guess what? We're still at the early stages. We're going to hit 34,000 agents, I believe, today or on Monday, right? We should be at 34,000 agents within a couple days. And that is that's like, like you said, we're just starting. We're just kicking off. So if you're watching this today and you've looked at this and you're saying, it's a no-brainer. You're right. It's a no-brainer. It's the easiest decision you'll ever make. And if by the way, Gene, people see this, and the only reason they don't come over, I mean, I guess some don't get it, which is okay. But I think a big reason they don't want to leave their friends, their brokers. I mean, you left your company where you'd been for 21 years. What happened to your friends?
Well, they're still with me. It's okay. That's right. The real friends, by the way, the real friends, they're still here, but my good friends, even some of my good friends stayed. But actually, most of my good friends in my last 5 years have come to EXP. Most of them have. They don't make the move right away because, again, everybody's situation's differently. Right. But I would say this. It's almost irresponsible for us not to look at this. It's irresponsible for you guys, if you're looking at this for the first time, not to analyze it to death. Have your spouse look at it. Have your significant other look at it. Have your parents look at it, your kids look at it. The bottom line is we're going crazy, but I don't want everybody on this call to miss out. I really don't. The first 5 years have been fun. I'm having fun. Just so you know, I thought of this the other day, Don. The last 5 years with me at EXP has felt like 5 months. The last 5 months of COVID has felt like 5 years. I mean, it's just craziness, right? So the next 5 years are going to go really fast for me. I can already see it. I'm going to be traveling the world, having fun. My biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this is we are making real estate fun again. This is fun. Come on over. Get a little bit of it. Have some fun again.
Gino, love you so much, man. We are going to see you soon. You're coming over. And we're going to be hanging out together. Get a hug in the flesh, like a real hug, and instead of a Zoom hug. John Morrison, I want to thank you for being here today and taking us through this stuff. If anybody wants to take a next look, join.exprealty.com is the place where you're going to get your app filled out. You go there, you'll have the interaction with the broker. Nobody will know, it's private. And then you're going to get your application. We'll get you all ready. Talk to the person that invited you here. We will make sure that you get taken good care of. We've got our onboarding specialists and our team of onboarding specialists, and we will absolutely put you in a position to win big. And we look forward to being in business with you. I mean, it's super exciting to be. What's your phrase, John? Funny to make money with your friends, and what was your deal?
Money. It ain't nothing like making money with your friends and making friends with your money. Yeah.
And we are having. I can't stop him, Gene. It just happens. That's what he does every time.
I'm here all day.
Gino, thanks so much for being with us today, man. We love you, and thank you for your vision, your insight, and so glad that you were here to tell us all about what's going to happen to EXP and the people that are part of it. Everybody else, have an awesome Friday, a great weekend, and let's do some life changing. Talk to you soon.